You think you're ready for 2026? You think the new year is just another page on the calendar, another set of resolutions you'll forget by February? Listen to me, 2026 isn't waiting for anyone. It doesn't care if you're scared, if you're tired, if life keeps punching you in the face. The question isn't what the year will bring, it's what you're willing to bring to it. Look at yourself right now. Look in the mirror. Are you the person who shrinks from the challenge, who whispers, maybe next time, who lets fear sit in your chair and drive your life? Or are you the one who steps into the ring, bloodied but unbroken, ready to fight for every inch of what you want? I'm not talking about small changes, easy wins, or comfort zones. I'm talking about the kind of change that scares you, that shakes you, that makes the world doubt you while you stand taller than ever before. Because here's the truth, they don't hand greatness to anyone. You take it, you fight for it, you bleed for it. And if you start this year thinking like the world owes you something, you'll end up right where you were last year, stuck, frustrated, wondering why everyone else is moving forward while you stay behind. But if you take this moment, this breath, this heartbeat, and decide that nothing in 2026 is going to stop you, then I promise you, the world will bend to you. You just have to be willing to go through fire, to face your demons, and to fight harder than you ever have before. Because 2026 isn't just another year, it's a battlefield. And the first question you have to answer is simple. Are you ready to step into the ring? Or are you going to watch life knock everyone else down while you stay on the ropes? Life is a fight. That's not just a metaphor, it's the truth. Every single day, you step into the ring whether you like it or not. Every challenge, every obstacle, every person who doubts you or pushes against you is another round you didn't ask for, but one you have to fight. The question isn't whether life is fair, because it's not. The question is whether you're willing to step in and throw the first punch anyway. You can't wait for the perfect moment. You can't wait for someone to hand you success on a silver platter. That's not how the world works. Life tests you every single day, and only the ones who decide to fight through it come out stronger. Most people run. Most people shrink. They make excuses before the fight even starts. They say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not ready yet. Maybe I'm not strong enough. And you know what happens to those people? They get left behind. They watch others climb while they stay sitting in the corner, thinking about how the world should have given them more, should have treated them better. That's not living, that's hiding. You have to stop hiding. You have to stand up, even when your body is trembling, even when your mind is screaming that you can't do it. Because strength doesn't come from comfort. Strength comes from facing the storm head on. When you embrace the fight mindset, you start seeing challenges differently. Loss isn't defeat. Criticism isn't an insult. Fear isn't a signal to run. Every struggle, every blow, every setback is a teacher. You learn who you are when there's nothing left but grit and determination. You learn how much you can take, how much you can endure, and how much you're willing to fight for. That's the difference between someone who dreams and someone who wins. You want something. You fight for it with everything you've got. You fight when no one is watching. You fight when it seems impossible. Because in that fight, you discover your power. You discover that you are far stronger than you ever gave yourself credit for. And don't fool yourself thinking that only the big fights matter. Every small decision is around. Every time you resist giving in to doubt. Every time you push yourself a little harder. Every time you refuse to quit, you're training. You're sharpening your mind, your body, your spirit. Champions aren't born, they're forged day by day, punch by punch, struggle by struggle. You want to win in 2026? Start training your mind like a fighter. Wake up every day with a mission, a plan, and a refusal to let fear dictate your actions. Don't let setbacks steal your fire. Don't let criticism break your spirit. You are in the ring every single day, and the only person you owe an explanation to is yourself. You'll get knocked down. That's guaranteed. Life doesn't hand out victory without a few bruises, without pain, without moments where you question why you even started. But here's the secret, getting knocked down is not the end. It's the opportunity to get back up stronger, smarter, and hungrier than before. The fight mindset is not about being fearless. It's about being relentless, about refusing to stay down, about getting up when the world expects you to stay on the mat. It's about saying, I will not be broken. I will not be defeated. I will rise again. When you embrace this mindset, nothing can stop you. Doors that were closed will crack open. Opportunities you never imagined will appear. People who doubted you will see your rise and understand that strength isn't given. It's taken. But it starts in your mind. It starts with the decision that no matter how hard life hits, you will fight back harder. You will take your pain, your fear, your doubt, and turn them into the fuel that drives you forward. That is the mindset that separates winners from the rest. That is the mindset that makes 2026 not just another year, but your year. Excuses are the silent killers of dreams. They're the whispers in your mind that tell you to wait, to hesitate, to settle for less than you deserve. I'll start tomorrow. I don't have the time. It's too hard. Every excuse is a chain, and every chain keeps you trapped in the same place, watching other people take the life you could have had. If you want 2026 to be different, if you want this year to be the one where you finally rise, you have to look in the mirror and stop lying to yourself. You have to own your life, every messy, complicated, beautiful piece of it. No one owes you success. No one owes you happiness. No one owes you an easier road. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care that you're tired, that you were hurt yesterday, or that you think you're not ready. Life moves forward with or without your permission. And the only way to move with it, the only way to take control, is to stop blaming circumstances, stop blaming other people, and stop blaming yourself for where you are. The only person responsible for your life is you. Own it. Every choice, every mistake, every failure, every victory, it's all yours. Excuses are comfortable. They let you feel like a victim without taking the risk of action. But comfort will kill you faster than failure ever could. Comfort makes you weak. Comfort keeps you small. If you really want to change, you have to leave comfort behind. You have to be willing to feel fear, to feel doubt, to feel uncertainty, and push through it anyway. The moment you stop making excuses, that's the moment you take your first real step toward freedom. That's the moment you say, I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if I fail. I will try, I will fight, and I will succeed. Owning your life doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It doesn't mean you ignore your past or act like the world has treated you fairly. It means taking full responsibility for your present and your future, no matter what mistakes you've made or how many times you've been knocked down. It means deciding that you are done waiting for permission, done waiting for luck, done waiting for someone else to solve your problems. You are the solution. You are the warrior in your own life. You decide what you do next. You decide how you respond. You decide whether 2026 will be another year of excuses or the year you finally break free. Most people live with a someday mentality. Someday I'll start. Someday I'll be ready. Someday. Life will be easier. But someday is a lie. Someday is a trap designed to keep you stagnant, to keep you small, to keep you weak. There is no someday. There is only now. The decisions you make today. The effort you put in today, the courage you show today, that is what shapes your life. You want 2026 to be different. Stop blaming. Stop making excuses. Step into your power. Step into your responsibility and start taking action even when it's uncomfortable. Excuses are easy. Taking control is hard. But hard is what separates the winners from the rest. Hard is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Every successful person you admire, every person who has risen above their circumstances, has one thing in common. They stopped making excuses. They looked at the fear, the doubt, the obstacles, and they said, not today. I am not letting this stop me. And that is exactly what you have to do. You have to decide that your life will no longer be dictated by excuses, by fear, by hesitation. You have to decide that you will own every single moment, every single choice, every single battle. This is your life. No one else can live it for you. No one else can fight your fights. No one else can take your place. If you want change, if you want freedom, if you want success, it starts with one brutal, honest truth. You are responsible. You are accountable. You are the one who decides what happens next. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission. Step into your power, own your life. And in 2026, make it the year that you finally take what is yours. Pain is going to come for you. It doesn't ask. It doesn't care who you are, what your dreams are, or how hard you've been working. It will show up in the middle of the night when you're alone in the form of heartbreak, loss, failure, or doubt. It will punch you in the face when you least expect it. And if you try to run from it, you will only feel it longer, heavier, deeper. But here's the truth most people refuse to see. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is the forge that shapes you into someone stronger, someone wiser, someone who refuses to quit. The world doesn't hand out lessons with ribbons and applause. It hands out struggles. It hands out moments that make you question everything. And if you let those moments break you, then yes, pain becomes a curse. But if you face it, if you stare it straight in the eye and say, I will learn from you, I will not be broken, pain becomes the most powerful teacher you will ever have. Every scar you carry, every disappointment, every moment that made you feel like giving up carries a lesson. Every time life hits you hard, it is giving you a choice. Fold under the pressure or rise with fire. Embracing pain doesn't mean enjoying it. It doesn't mean smiling when life knocks you down. It means acknowledging it, feeling it, sitting with it, letting it teach you what you need to learn about yourself, about your limits, about your resilience. Pain exposes weakness, yes, but it also exposes strength. It shows you where you have room to grow. It shows you what you are capable of if you refuse to let it win. The strongest people are not those who never hurt. They are the ones who learn to use their pain as fuel to move forward, faster and harder than ever before. Think about every time you failed, every time someone doubted you, every time your heart got crushed, your body got beaten, or your mind got clouded with fear. In that moment, it hurt. It felt impossible. You wanted to run, to hide, to give up. But those are the exact moments where your true self is forged. The way you respond to pain defines the person you become. You can let it crush you, or you can let it make you unstoppable. Pain is a test, and it's only passing if you stand up, shake it off, and keep moving. Pain teaches humility too. It reminds you that you are human, that you are vulnerable, that life is unpredictable. It strips away pride, ego, and illusions of control. But it also teaches grit, determination, and courage. It teaches you to fight when no one is watching. It teaches you to work harder, train smarter, and push yourself beyond the limits you once thought were impossible. Those who avoid pain avoid growth. Those who embrace it embrace life itself in all its brutal, beautiful intensity. You will fail. You will be hurt. You will be disappointed. That is guaranteed. But what is not guaranteed is whether you will use that pain to rise or to sink. You have a choice in every moment. Let it paralyze you, or let it propel you forward. Champions, leaders, anyone who has achieved greatness, they all understood this simple truth. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Pain is the fire. Quitting is the ashes. Choose wisely. So when life hurts, don't run. Don't numb it. Don't pretend it isn't there. Sit with it. Learn from it. Let it make you stronger. Let it teach you patience, resilience, and focus. Let it fuel the fire inside that refuses to be tamed. Every moment of suffering is a step closer to the life you want, if you have the courage to embrace it. This year, this moment, this fight, don't fear pain. Welcome it, learn from it. Use it, and in 2026, make it the fuel that pushes you beyond what you ever thought possible. Pain is not the enemy. It is the teacher that will show you how to win. Talent is something people talk about a lot. Talent is what gets celebrated in magazines, in social media posts, in highlight reels. Look at their gift. Look at how naturally they shine. But here's the truth. Nobody tells you talent alone doesn't win. Talent is fragile. Talent is useless without action. You could be the most gifted person in the world, but if you don't show up, if you don't put in the work day after day, that talent dies quietly in the corner, wasted and unnoticed. What separates the people who succeed from the ones who dream is not talent. It's discipline. It's consistency. It's the relentless refusal to stop no matter what. Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is waking up every morning and committing to the grind. Whether it's raining outside, whether your body aches, whether your mind is screaming for rest. Discipline is refusing to take the easy road, refusing to let excuses steal your progress. The world is full of people who wait for motivation, who wait for inspiration, who wait for some magical surge of energy to hit them. But discipline doesn't wait. Discipline creates results even when motivation is dead. Discipline keeps you moving when everything in you wants to quit. Consistency is the twin of discipline. It's not enough to fight one day, 1 week, or 1 month. You have to show up every day. You have to train, learn, practice, and push forward without fail. Consistency compounds. It is the quiet force that turns small, daily efforts into massive victories over time. People underestimate it because it's invisible in the moment. They don't see the sweat, the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. But when months and years pass, that consistency shows up. It shows up in your strength, in your skill, in your confidence, in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Talent might get someone noticed once. Discipline and consistency make you unstoppable forever. Talent might win a fight one time, one battle, one moment in the spotlight. Discipline and consistency build a legacy that cannot be taken away. Look at anyone who has truly achieved greatness. They all followed the same formula. They didn't rely on luck. They didn't rely on talent alone. They relied on showing up every single day, putting in the work, refusing to settle for mediocrity. They understood that success is boring in the moment. It's repetition, it's hard work. It's doing the same thing over and over, long after the applause has ended. Consistency and discipline also teach patience. They teach you that there are no shortcuts, no magic tricks, no fast tracks to real success. You might feel invisible for months, even years. You might feel like your efforts aren't paying off. But if you keep showing up, if you keep grinding, if you keep training your mind and body, the results will come. They always do. The world eventually catches up to the person who refuses to quit, who refuses to skip a day, who refuses to compromise their standards. Discipline is also about control over your time, your habits, your choices. You can't rely on talent to make decisions for you. You can't hope that natural ability will keep you focused when life gets messy. Discipline forces you to take ownership of your actions. It forces you to create structure in a chaotic world. It forces you to be the captain of your ship no matter how stormy the seas. Consistency reinforces that control, turning your discipline into results that compound. Like interest building quietly but powerfully until it becomes unstoppable. So don't worship talent. Respect it, yes, but never let it fool you into thinking it's enough. The person who works harder every single day, who refuses to quit, who shows up even when it's painful, that is the person who wins. That is the person who rises above fear, doubt, and obstacles. That is the person who turns a dream into reality. Talent opens doors. Discipline and consistency walk through them. Build the house and own the land. If 2026 is going to be your year, you need to commit to this. You need to fight for discipline, for consistency, and for relentless action. Show up every day, do the work nobody sees, build the habits nobody talks about. And over time, you will realize that greatness was never about talent. It was about refusing to stop, refusing to quit, and refusing to settle for anything less than the life you deserve. If you want to change your life, if you want to make 2026 the year that defines you, it starts in your mind. You have to see it before you can hold it. You have to picture the life you want. The version of yourself that refuses to be ordinary. The version that fights harder, pushes further, and never settles for mediocrity. If you can't imagine it, if you don't believe it, if you don't see it with clarity and intensity, it will never happen. The mind is the battlefield before the world even notices you. You win in your imagination first, before your hands ever touch reality. Close your eyes and think about what you want. Don't think small. Don't think what's easy. Don't think about what other people say is possible. Think about the life that sets your soul on fire, the life that makes you proud to be alive. Picture the mornings where you wake up with purpose, the evenings where you know you gave everything you had. See yourself overcoming obstacles, conquering doubts, and standing tall when everyone else thought you couldn't. That vision is not a daydream. It is your blueprint. It is your battle plan, and every day you live, every choice you make should bring you closer to it. But seeing it isn't enough. You have to fight for it. Every step toward that vision is a battle. Every action, every decision, every sacrifice is a punch you throw in the ring. There will be people who doubt you. There will be circumstances that try to pull you back. There will be moments where quitting seems easier, where fear feels heavier than hope. That's when your vision matters the most. That's when you hold it tighter, remind yourself what you're fighting for, and take another step, and then another, no matter how painful, no matter how hard. Because the only way to make your vision real is to live it relentlessly. Visualizing your life also sharpens your focus. It teaches you what matters and what doesn't. The world is full of distractions, of people who try to convince you to lower your standards, to settle, to be realistic. But your mind, your vision is your compass. Every time you feel lost, every time the noise of life gets overwhelming, return to that image of the life you want. See it vividly in every detail. Hear the sounds, feel the emotions, taste the victory. The more real it becomes in your mind, the more impossible it is for life to keep you from it. Belief is the key. You have to believe in that vision with every fiber of your being, even when no one else does, especially when no one else does. Most people give up because they lose faith, because they stop seeing the end of the battle, because they let doubt take the wheel. But those who succeed know this truth: the mind controls the body, the heart, and the actions you take. You have to trust the process. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust that the fight, the struggle, and the pain are shaping you into the person who can claim that vision and nothing else. Then comes action. Visualization without action is daydreaming. Action without visualization is wandering. The two together create unstoppable momentum. See it clearly. Believe in it fully. Fight for it fiercely. Wake up every morning and take steps, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant they seem, toward what you see in your mind. When obstacles rise, when people doubt you, when failure knocks you down, return to that vision. Let it remind you why the pain is worth it, why the fight is necessary, and why nothing can stop you if you refuse to stop. 2026 will not wait. Opportunity will not knock twice. The life you want will not come to you because you wish for it. It will come to you because you fought for it, because you disciplined yourself, because you embraced pain, because you refused to make excuses, and because you saw it clearly before anyone else did. The life you want is already inside you, waiting for you to reach for it. Visualize it. Fight for it. Live for it. And when the year ends, you won't be the same person who started it. You'll be stronger. You'll be wiser. You'll be unstoppable. So here's the truth: 2026 will be what you make of it. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. Life isn't fair, and it never will be. But that doesn't matter, because fairness has nothing to do with greatness. What matters is this: will you rise? Will you fight? Will you refuse to quit, refuse to make excuses, and refuse to let anything stand in your way? Every moment you waste waiting, every fear you feed, every doubt you let control you, it's a round lost before the fight even starts. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop hiding. Step into your life like a warrior who refuses to be broken. Train your mind. Train your body. Embrace the pain. Own your mistakes. Stay consistent. Fight relentlessly. See the life you want, believe in it, and take it step by step, punch by punch, heartbeat by heartbeat. You have the power to make this year yours. But it starts with one decision: to stop running from life and start facing it head on. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe yourself everything. Everything you want, everything you dream of, everything you're capable of, that's yours if you fight for it. So when the year begins, don't whisper to yourself about what might happen. Don't hope for luck. Don't wait for permission. Step into 2026 with fire in your chest, a vision in your mind, and fists ready to strike. Own your life. Embrace the fight. And at the end of this year, when others are looking back wondering what happened, you'll be the one who stands tall, unbroken, unstoppable, and proud. Because greatness doesn't wait. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't take excuses. It's claimed by the ones who fight. And now it's your turn.